Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Morning to all the pastors and their support. It's appreciated. They say it never rains but pours. Before we went back to Cape Town, a policeman called saying my daughter was crying, was involved in a car accident, and she couldn't talk because she was hysteric. But then she called the next day to say she was okay. Long story short, then the insurance people bombarded me, wanted to know my particulars. Okay, that was fine. And then the car registration. You know, I never know my car registration. I know my ID number off by heart. I know my bank account. But when it comes to my car, I have to think first. Then this gentleman says, "Ma'am, are you still there?" I said, "Yes." "Ma'am, did you buy a stolen car?" I said, "No, I'm trying to apply myself." And then I said, "Okay, let me rather call you tomorrow." Then I had all the particulars. And then the car was a write-off. At least my daughter was safe because she was using it. Then I thought to myself, this is not going to blow me out of my rail with the Lord because we were still going to Cape Town. Then in Cape Town, it was a safe journey there and back. Unfortunately, I can't drive my daughter's car. She was tired, but the Lord took care of us. From a layman's point of view, I will say we lost the case technically. I'm saying technically because when the magistrate's ruling was that there wasn't enough evidence, therefore the case was postponed for August, I thought to myself, enough is enough. God is at work. The fact that I'm thinking enough is enough, it means God is taking care of it now. It's not in any of us, it's in the Lord's hands. My daughter stood in that courtroom for 2 days in succession, giving the leading evidence. The magistrate is a mother. The lawyer to the foster parents is a mother, so they know what we're going through. They know what I'm going through about my 8-year-old granddaughter. That is when I thought enough is enough. So we're not going back there in August. My daughter sent them an email when we got back to say that if what she said and the photos she displayed showing a happiness of my granddaughter when she's with us visiting, if there's anything more, she is expected to say, unfortunately, there isn't any. So she just cannot convince the magistrate otherwise. So we left it at that point. All in all, my granddaughter would not be allowed by the magistrate to come for the June holidays. It doesn't matter, it's okay, and we're waiting on the Lord. I'm saying we lost the case technically because it is in the law, it is written that when a family appears, if a child is abandoned, that child must be reunified with the family. Now, we're at crossroads because Every 2 years, the foster family have to renew the grant, the money, because today a walking devil is the money. Money, money, money. So we discovered, if you remember, the child in 2014. So the 2 years now has elapsed. In December, they must renew the foster grant. Now we're all looking forward to December. The social workers, the psychologists, us, we're all looking forward to December as to whether the magistrate is going to change the law now. So we're waiting to see. Unfortunately, Mrs. Fisher, please forgive me. I had to mention your name to my daughter. My daughter is presently working for FSB, Financial Service Board. Now she wanted to change the job. Now the joke in this, Mrs. Fisher's name is that when she had applied for this other job, because she just wanted to change, she didn't get the job, but when you were still looking forward, because you went well with the interview, so when she was still looking forward to this job, this new job, which she did not get, I had to mention Mrs. Fisher because I had asked her to please make me a priority when she organizes the projects, because she is doing fundraising. Now when she comes along with those millions, I think to myself, why not NCCC also? Why can't they include NCCC in these projects? But it doesn't matter. Everything happens for a reason. So when she asked, why do you want this money, Ma? I said, I want it for Mrs. Fisher. Mrs. Fisher? Why Mrs. Fisher? She's my mentor. Oh, so what is Mrs. Fisher going to do with the money? I said, pastors are paid salaries that are in a stipend type of form because it's all a Samaritan responsibility. The staff has to be paid, the school hasn't got a library, so honestly, I would have loved, deep down in my heart, for NCCC to grow. Because if NCCC grows, the virus out there will be taken care of. We will have an impact. I'm a friend to NCCC. All my heart is with NCCC. When Pastor Sophos used to stand up here, giving us all the energy, giving us all the love, he is the one who I thought, this is a father. A father I will always think of. So I'm still thinking about it. If it is possible at any point in time, I will make sure my children do something about my heart's contribution to NCCC. They say we learn every day. I'm happy I came to Nopot because, as I said to the under 18s, I'm 70, but I'm still learning. Learning is a long-time journey. It is a whole life journey. You know why? Because the devil challenges you throughout. The higher you go, the more successful, the higher the challenge, the more the devil pushes forward, but he never wins, so never give up. I've also learned that all along when my husband used to apologize, one apology after another, but going back to this drinking spree, I did not understand that he was honest. When my husband, who is late now, when my husband kept on, I did not realize that sometimes he was thinking about his beer getting warm in the car. But today I know. And today I'm satisfied because I know the reason. I know he was honest. Thank you to Pastor Steinman. Pastor Sneyman, thank you very much. I'm learning and I'm happy I know today. Thank you very much. Good.